You stand up, walk into another room, and a few seconds later, you hear it. That soft little pitter-patter right behind you. Most people think, my dog is clingy, or they just want food. But if you understand dog body language, you know this. Dogs don't follow you for no reason. Your dog isn't just shadowing you. They're tracking safety, routine, and connection, like an ancient survival system still running in a modern home. Today, we're decoding 5 real reasons your dog follows you everywhere, including why they guard the bathroom like it's a VIP zone. And the biggest reason? It's not what most owners think. If you want more dog behavior breakdowns like this, subscribe to Pupure. Let's start with the first reason. You're their safety anchor. To understand why your dog is glued to your heels, we have to look beyond the cliché of pack mentality. In dog body language, following you isn't random, it's information gathering. In many wild settings, a dog's biggest enemy isn't just predators, it's uncertainty. And even in a safe home, that ancient part of the brain still watches for changes, new sounds, new movement, new energy. That's where you come in. Your dog has chosen you as their safety anchor. When you stand up, it breaks the pattern, and your dog's brain asks a simple question. Is something changing? So they follow. Not because they're weak, not because they're clingy, but because your movement tells them what kind of moment this is. Calm walk to the kitchen? Safe. Sudden fast movement? They want to be close, just in case. They're not just tracking your body, they're tracking your confidence. You can think of this as social referencing, your dog looking to you for cues the same way kids look to a parent. Is this normal, or should I worry? Your tone, your pace, your face, those tiny signals help them decide how to feel. And staying near you makes the world feel more predictable. That's a quiet vote of trust. If I stay close to you, I know how to feel. It's easy to forget. Our homes have changed, but the canine brain still carries old priorities. Thousands of years ago, being alone could mean being exposed. In many wild settings, proximity wasn't a preference, it was protection. You can still see echoes of this in young canines today. Staying close to the group helps them learn what's safe, what's normal, and what to ignore. So, when your dog shadows you around the house, they may be tapping into that same ancient rule. Safety lives near trusted bodies. Even if the only predator in your living room is a vacuum cleaner, that old survival software doesn't fully shut off. Your dog isn't being dramatic. They're doing what dogs have always done, staying close to what feels secure. And once your dog learns that you equal safety, the next question becomes, why do they choose you over everyone else? Reason number 2, early bonding and the favorite person effect. If you live with multiple people, you've probably noticed this. Your dog is friendly with everyone, but they only become a shadow for one person. That's not always about treats. It's usually about consistency. Early on, your dog learns to ask, who feels safe? Who stays calm? Who understands my signals? Over time, that person becomes their favorite in a nervous system way. Because to a dog, predictable humans feel like a sanctuary. And there's a science side to this too. Some studies suggest that your scent and voice can activate reward-related areas in a dog's brain. In plain English, your presence feels good. So when your dog follows you from room to room, it's not just love, it's comfort, it's routine. It's their way of saying, when I'm near you, the world makes more sense. You're not just a human moving through a house, you're their reference point, their North Star in a noisy world. To your dog, being near you isn't just a habit, it's a shortcut to calm. And that's why they follow. Dogs are incredibly observant students of human behavior. They don't just notice what you do, they catalog it. Think about the tiny things you do before you leave the house or head to the kitchen. You adjust your watch, you change your tone, you grab a specific set of keys. To you, it's background noise. To your dog, it's a signal. This is pattern recognition. Your dog has learned that certain movements are the beginning of a story. Standing up might mean a walk. Heading to the hallway might mean a treat. Putting on a jacket might mean you're leaving. So when you move, Your dog's brain asks one simple question: what happens next? And here's the thing, dogs don't need the whole plan. They just need the first clue. A sigh, a phone grab, a certain pace in your footsteps. Those cues are like chapter titles for your dog. Because your dog isn't only following you for the reward, they're following the pattern that leads to the reward. That's why dogs can look psychic. You touch the leash and they're already at the door. You open a cabinet and they appear out of nowhere. You stand up and suddenly you've got a furry shadow. It's not just greed. It's not just clinginess. It's predictability. By shadowing you, they're trying to predict what's next and reduce uncertainty. In a world they can't fully control, your routines become their map. And when they follow closely, they're doing something subtle. They're making sure the story doesn't end without them. Because for a dog, missing a moment isn't just missing out. It's missing information. If something happens while you're gone, a sound, a visitor, a doorbell, they want to be there to learn, was that safe? Was that important? Should I care next time? They aren't just following your feet. They're following the rhythm of your life, making sure they're there when the story gets good. Now, one more layer that most owners miss. Not all shadows look the same, because not all dogs were bred for the same job. If you live with a herding breed, like a Border Collie, Australian Shepherd, or German Shepherd, their following can feel intense, almost like they're working. Herding dogs are wired to track movement and keep the group accounted for. To them, you're part of the system, and your location matters. On the other hand, some dogs are famous for being Velcro dogs. They don't just want to know where you are, they want to be close. For these dogs, following can be about emotional proximity and comfort. Knowing your dog's breed history helps you interpret the behavior. Is your dog on the clock, monitoring the household? Or are they simply choosing closeness because it feels calming? Same behavior, different accent. If this is helping you understand your dog better, type 1 in the comments. Now, let's talk about the one place where privacy doesn't exist. The bathroom. Reason number 4, the bathroom bodyguard, the vulnerability moment. We've all been there. You close the bathroom door, and within seconds, paws under the frame, a tiny whine, or a dog sitting outside like security. Why do dogs treat bathroom time like a high-stakes mission? In dog body language, it's usually not creepy. It's about vulnerability. In the wild, the act of elimination is a moment of pure exposure. Animals are stationary, distracted, and less ready to react to a sudden threat. Even in a safe home, that ancient part of the brain still remembers this risk. So when you disappear behind that door, your dog doesn't think, "Ah, yes, my human wants privacy." They think, "You're in a vulnerable spot, and I need to make sure you're okay." By guarding the door, they're performing a duty of shared vigilance. They're watching your back because they assume you can't watch it yourself. It's not just curiosity. It's a quiet vote of protection. They've stepped up to be your silent bodyguard, simply saying, "Don't worry, I'm covering the perimeter. You're safe with me." Reason number 5, emotional contagion, the deepest connection. And finally, this is the one most people feel but don't know how to explain. Dogs are emotional observers. They watch your tone, your pace, your breathing, your routine. And research suggests dogs are unusually tuned in to humans. They look to us for guidance, comfort, and cues about what's safe. So when your energy changes, your dog notices. Stressed? They get closer. Calm? They settle. Moving with purpose? They match your momentum. Here's the secret. Sometimes your dog follows you not because they need something, but because being near you helps both of you feel steady. It's not magic, it's connection. Their presence becomes a quiet stress buffer. A simple message in dog body language. I'm here. You're not alone. And that's the deepest reason of all. Not treats, not habit, not curiosity. Just a bond strong enough to turn following into companionship. To your dog, closeness isn't clinginess, it's care. As beautiful as this can be, there's a fine line between healthy attachment and separation anxiety. A healthy shadow is flexible. They can settle when you step into the next room. They might follow, but they don't panic when they can't. But if following comes with non-stop pacing, heavy panting, whining, or an inability to settle even when you're nearby, their nervous system may be stuck in alarm mode. If it's severe, talk to a qualified trainer or your vet. Next time you hear that familiar pitter-patter behind you, look down. Don't see a clingy dog. See a dog choosing you as their calm and their safe place. They don't just follow your steps. They follow your state of mind. If this helped, hit like and comment. Where does your dog follow you every single time? Subscribe to Pupure for more dog behavior breakdowns. See you in the next one.